Good evening and welcome to First Paste. I am your host, Super Slow. Joining me behind the commentary desk tonight is the one and only Wiz. Wiz, how are you doing today?
Ooh. Hey, Super Slow. Good to be here tonight. And just to start things off, are we definitely recording right now?
I am checking. Yes, we are currently recording.
Oh, thank God. All right. Well, let's get this party started.
So I understand you've actually been to Paldea, is that correct?
The rumors are true. I've been to Paldea about 5 or 6 times now, all over.
That's good to hear because the team that we have today is one that you are actually familiar with. It is our first paste. It is Baxcalibur Balance.
Baxcalibur Balance. You like Baxcalibur Balance? Oh, heck, Super Slow. I knew I liked you. All right.
Loaded Dice Baxcalibur, Assault Vest Rillaboom, Covert Cloak Volcarona, Leftovers Dondozo, King Gambit with Safety Goggles, and last but not least, Focus Sash Sneasler.
And really crazy to think Sneasler is the most disturbing, just based on the art, the most disturbing Pokemon on this list. But
yeah, I mean, I'd be scared if Sneasler jumped me as well, so.
yeah.
So you were actually on the desk the last time we featured this team. Anything that you want to touch on at all?
Well, we've seen what it can do. We've seen it at its high and its low. And I think it'll just come down a lot to both what it's playing against and how this trainer pilots Excalibur balance in this match.
Yeah, I hopefully Baxcalibur can do a better showing than it had previously, and you and I both agreed last time that Volcarona, the moment that thing gets set up, it is trouble.
Oh, yeah.
So I have in my notes here that it is playing against an Archaludon Rain team. We do not have the Pokepaste, but it is Archaludon, Pelipper, Maushold, Annihilape, Sinistcha, and Incineroar. And
So pretty, standard set.
pretty standard. So with that, let's head into the battle. I definitely want to see the Sneasler either support more or deal more damage, honestly. One of the two. And here we are into the battle. Grimmsnarl and Archaludon versus Sneasler and Volcarona.
Okay, let's get it going.
This is actually a pretty favorable matchup for our Baxcalibur Balance team here. The Volcarona can hit both of those Pokemon pretty hard, and the Sneasler also close combat on the Archaludon or Dire Claw into the Grimmsnarl.
I'm thinking you could go pure offense on this first turn.
Yeah, with that Quiver Dance as an option, the Grimmsnarl could be carrying Taunt, so you don't want to walk into that. However, just clicking Heat Wave is not the worst thing that you can do.
And a close combat out the gate could really set the pace of the game here.
All right, Archaludon not sticking around.
I don't blame him for this one. He wants to set up the... Well, I was going to say set up the rain. Apparently, set up the pain with Maushold.
Ooh, that is a key miss. Thunder Wave just not making contact, and in exchange taking a Dire Claw, getting the poison. Grimmsnarl tripping at the starting line.
Went for the status and got status himself. And the crit on Maushold. What do you know?
Jeez, what a starting turn. Grimmsnarl tried to go for the Thunder Wave and ended up fainting right at the start. Maushold coming in now has, what is that, less than half HP?
Yeah, less than half HP, and you know what? That'll teach you using a Thunder Wave on a non-electric type. All right, that's their move. And they get 100% accuracy. No one else.
All right, we have Mausape here. Annihilape can be pretty scary. However, we've seen previously that Volcarona not too afraid of that Annihilape, especially when it's not boosted.
And that's true. Volcarona can, in fact, take a hit.
All right, Volcarona returning to its Pokeball, and in its place, the trainer is sending out Rillaboom.
Set up the grass. get some healing off.
There
Seems
goes.
like mostly be healing the other team here, but coaching. Okay.
Coaching from that Sneasler, going into the Rillaboom, +1 attack, +1 defense, and Maushold taunting Rilla. I believe that's an Assault Vest Rilla, so he wasn't going for support moves anyways.
Well, I guess someone did not pay attention during team select, but part of the game.
To be fair, he was trying to taunt the Quiver Dance out of that Volcarona, so
you should have predicted the switch. All right. No, but Rillaboom after a coaching suddenly goes from being slightly more supportive mon for doing chip damage to suddenly being a real threat.
And you said it right there. That Grassy Glide into the Maushold after the Follow Me really just not letting up the pressure. Sneasler going for a second coaching. Rillaboom now +2 attack, +2 defense.
Does he bring Archaludon back in to a boosted Rillaboom with high horsepower? And Sneasler's still there.
Annihilape going for the bulk up, so both Simians on the field are +2 attack, +2 defense. And I can't help but notice the Baxcalibur Balance team hasn't really taken much of any damage at all this battle.
It has been both smart plays and also crits and misses in the favor of BaxBalance.
And it's...
Archie has to protect here. It would be... Oh, apparently not.
Sneasler going for that Dire Claw. Of course, getting the Poison Touch poison, not the Dire Claw poison. Annihilape going for that Drain Punch, not doing a ton. Both of them are boosted in attack and defense.
And truly, if those who remember the previous BaxBalance game we hosted, Sneasler didn't do much of anything then. And here, it's already gotten 2 statuses and 2 coachings off.
Yeah, it's a great
Definitely. There we go.
The Draco Meteor from that Archaludon doing pretty big damage to the Sneasler, but not enough to actually bring it down to Sash. Rillaboom just putting in work so far.
Well, that's what 2 defense boosts and 2 attack boosts will do to you. Plus a priority Grassy Glide.
Yeah, and then every turn that it stays on the field, it will get that little bit of grassy terrain to refill its HP just a touch.
It does add up over time. It's like compound interest. Don't underestimate it.
It is $1 grillion of compound interest.
Okay, here's our first Terra of the match.
Dragon Terra, interesting. I wonder what that is a matchup for.
I'm not sure. I guess it's just a decent Terra.
Yeah, and then of course we've got coaching at number 3 into the Rillaboom. Now +3 attack, +3 defense. Drain Punch going into the Sneasler, bringing it down to 0. Annihilape almost full HP there, but still poisoned. However, Sneasler did its job.
Sneasler goes down, but it fought hard, and if this turns out to be a win for BaxBalance, I think we could certainly say Sneasler did its job.
And Archaludon going for the body press against the Rillaboom, doing some damage, but of course that Rilla goes high horsepower right into the Archaludon, knocking it out easy.
I certainly hope that there's a Pelipper in the back and it has Hurricane for the other opponent, for the other team. Otherwise, I don't know how you're getting through that Rillaboom.
Yeah, it is interesting that the Archaludon had no rain support, and actually, just to check there, that was 3.
I'm just realizing that was number 3. There was no Pelipper on the team, or in play. That is a tough situation.
So,
it's nice to see BaxBalance shining.
Yeah, it is Annihilape against the world. It does have 2 bulk ups, and every hit that it takes, it does get its Rage Fist stacks. Volcarona going for the Terra Fairy probably wants to resist that Drain Punch. Rage Fist coming out. And
Whoa.
nice to see you, Volcarona. Goodbye, Volcarona.
Never count Annihilape out. That's the lesson.
Yeah, it does have those boosts up, and there goes High Horsepower doing a ton of damage to that Annihilape, bringing it below half with that poison.
The
Grassy
poison
terrain.
may be the deciding factor here, and yes, grassy terrain is out. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour himself, Baxcalibur.
I'm now thinking on that Dragon Terror, it does allow the Annihilape to resist the grass stab attacks from the Rillaboom. Annihilape going for that Drain Punch, and boom! Down goes Bax. Hello, Bax. Goodbye, Bax.
Might have been a good time to protect, but who can say in hindsight?
And out comes the High Horsepower. Good golly.
And the crit. Oof, we had Poison Touch activations, Dire Claw activations, crits, T-Wave misses. What a game.
What a game. Game 1 down. I mean, unfortunately, Baxcalibur and Volcarona didn't do a whole lot, but Coach Sneasler and Rillaboom really put in that work.
Yeah, we really got to see what Sneasler can do in, with the right setup, right timing, and thankfully a Thunderwave miss.
All right, we are now going to cut to commercial to hear a word from our sponsors.
You have sponsors?